Okay, let us now do an advanced question on proportion, okay, number of workers and all that, rate, okay, it's on rate from your textbook, page 29. Now, a contractor agrees to lay a road this long in 30 days and 50 men are employed and they work 8 hours per day. So there are 4 things involved here: the length, the days, the men, and the hours per day. Okay, that's why this question is not easy. I'll just do one difficult question on this topic and that's it, okay? We've done a lot in class already. So there are 4 things involved: length, days, men, hours per day. Okay? Now, let's now fit in whatever they give us here. 3,000 in 30 days and 50 men, 8 hours per day. Okay? That's what the contractor agreed to do. However, this is the difficult part. After 20 working days, that means after all these 50 men working at 8 hours per day, 50 men working 8 hours per day, they find that they only finish 1,200 meters of the road. Okay, and already 20 days have passed, which means they're only left with 10 days. So very likely, if you use common sense, the contractor won't be able to finish the work in 30 days. Okay, which means that this information here is the ideal case. Okay, in reality, the contractors' workers are only able to work at this rate. That means in 20 days, 50 of his men working 8 hours a day, they are only able to finish 1,200 meters of the road. They are not able to do it at this rate. This is one rate. This is another rate. So you cannot use this rate, cannot. Okay? But this is what you need to achieve. That means you need to, in 30 days, finish 3,000 meters. So that's our target. But definitely you need more men. And that is why this question is asking you, how many more men does he need to employ in order to finish the project on time, which is 30 days. And now each man works more hours a day. Okay, more hours a day. So this is your destination. Already in 20 days, all these 50 men working 8 hours per day has finished 1,002 of this road. So the balance, the remainder is 1,008 that is not done. Okay, and you need to finish it in 10 days, working 10 hours per day. So what you need to find is the number of men that he needs, and then take this number of men minus the original 50 men. Alright, so now let's do step by step. You need to understand what's going on first. Let me just repeat again. This is the ideal case. Alright, that means 50 men working 8 hours per day is supposed to finish 3,000 meters of the road in 30 days. But the contractor realized that that is not possible. He needs more men, he needs more hours. But they already told you they'll be working 10 hours per day. Okay, they have worked 20 days already, so they are only left with 10 days. That one you can't change. And they have already finished 1,200 meters of the road, so they are left with 1,008. So what you need to do now is to find out how many men are needed to finish 1,800 meters of the road in 10 days, working 10 hours per day. Okay, you need to understand this before I go on. Alright, now this means that this is your starting point, because in reality this is how fast the man can work. Okay, under normal human conditions, this is not possible with this number of men, with this number of hours, cannot. Okay, now let's start from here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 things here. So as we always mention, do 2 things at a time. So I'm going to start from here, do this and this, then this and this, then finally this and this. Okay, I will always work with the men because ultimately I want to find out how many men are needed. Okay, now let's start. So I'll start with the length and the men. I want 1800, right? So what I did, or what I'll normally do is, I don't want the 1002. Okay, so you times, this is what we call the foolproof method. You don't want the 1002, so 1002 divided by 1002 is 1, right? 1 times 1008 will give you 1008. Okay, so what you want you put on top, what you don't want you put below, and then you multiply. You will always get this times this, you always get whatever you want. So that's one method you can use. Okay, ignore this 20 first, it's going to stay the same, so we don't do anything to it. Now ignore this also. Okay, we do 2 by 2. So think about it, if I have more length, okay, more road to build, do I need more men? The answer is yes. Okay, so this is direct proportion, so if it's times here, you must also times here. Okay, that will give me 75. Alright, so that's how I got 75 here. That means 75 men working 8 hours per day. Okay, in 20 days we'll be able to build 1800 meters of the road. Okay, but we are not done yet. We've only completed this first part, so we can ignore this length already. Now let's move on to the days. We don't have 20 days, we only have 10 days. Okay, so that's our target. We want to get 10 days. Now how to get from 20 to 10? If you use the so-called foolproof method, you don't want 20, divide by 20. You want 10, you put a 10 at the numerator. This times this will surely give you 10. Okay, now you do the same thing here, but before you multiply or divide this same thing, is 10 over 20, right? Before you can decide whether it's a times or a divide here, you need to know whether they are directly or inversely proportional. Okay, so you think to yourself, if I have more days, do I need more men? No need, right? You actually need less people. Once you got more days, so you don't need so many people. Okay, so they are inverse proportion, meaning if this is times, this must be divide. Okay, inverse proportion means the signs are different. Okay, then you will be able to get this answer here. Alright, now we have settled the length, we have settled the days. Now let's do the last one, hours per day and men. Okay, you want 10, right? So you times, you don't want the 8, right? Divide by 8. You want the 10, right? Times 10. Okay, now think about it. How are the men and the hours per day related? If I have more men, do I need to work more hours per day or less to achieve the same thing? I don't need so many hours, right? So they are inversely proportional. Okay, so if this is multiplication, this must be division. Of course the number must be the same, 10 over 8, and that will give me 120. Oh, so what this means is 120 men working 10 hours per day. Okay, for 10 days we'll be able to build 1800 meters of the road. Yeah, so the original one is not possible. So this is the more realistic figure. Alright, but that's not the answer, because the question asks you how many more men. So you take 120, which is the number of men required to build the remaining number of road, and then you minus the original, then you get this. Okay, so that's your answer. I would say if you can do this question, you are very good already. So I think we'll just do one video on this. That's all. Thank you.